I don't find the quarter zip funny. Like, it's like costume.
A cool little trend popped up last week with young black men swapping out their Nike Techs for quarter zip, slacks, and coffee shop vibes. Honestly, I thought it was funny, cool, and not that serious. All the videos I saw were the guys clearly having fun and just making a little statement.
We don't do coffee. It's straight quarter zips and marches around here.
And if getting clean and dressing sharp was a wave again for the younger generation, who's really going to complain about that?
Nothing that actually hurts the community seems to be anti-black. But anything that is part of trying to improve it always seems to be anti-black.
Personally, I always thought it was dope how fly we used to be in the 50s and 60s dressed up. Everybody back then just seemed clean and sharp no matter the social status. But at the same time, I don't think it's anything wrong with the Nike Tech look. I have Air Maxes, Jordans, and foam posits, and I prefer to be comfortable when I'm just out and about. And just about anything is an improvement from what people used to dress like in the 90s and early 2000s. Who made these big white tees to look? So when I started seeing think pieces about a clearly harmless trend, it was a little weird to me.
Young men are catching on to a trend on social media. It's called the quarter zip movement.
Because these are young black dudes clearly having fun. Let them experiment. Let them try different styles. Let them live their lives and have fun without judgment. And even with the think pieces, I get it, right? It's people trying to figure out this trend, where it came from, if they're serious, all of that. But one thing I never expected is straight up hate from our community toward these young guys for just dressing up. Because seriously, what is there to criticize? But people found a way.
I don't find the quarter zip shit funny because I also didn't find it funny a couple years ago when all those black men put on suits and then stood around. Y'all are constantly like essentially dressing up as white men.
But I'm Jew. Welcome to the channel. Please like and share the video. Don't forget to sub. Now, let's get into it.
Young men are catching on to a trend on social media. It's called the quarter zip movement. Millions have seen videos from 21-year-old Jason Gemfy, who switched from sweatsuits to quarter zips and drinking matcha here, and is now encouraging others to do the same. He was recently featured in the New York Times, pointing out that the time has come for Gen Z to pivot towards the expectations of the professional world.
CIA in shambles right now. Exactly. It's funny because we used to have to dress up like this in school on days we had football games. So this is not strange or new to me. And when you compare that video to this, CIA on a generational run.
I ain't got no goals. I was born to stay in the hood.
Are you gonna stay in the hood for the rest of your life?
I might.
How you gonna make money?
The government gonna take care of me.
So if that's what we're comparing dudes wearing quarter zips and slacks to, what is the complaint for real? Woman calls out black men over their new quarter zip trend.
Maybe I'm too woke, but I don't find the quarter zip shit funny because I also didn't find it funny a couple years ago when all those black men put on suits and then stood around in suits.
How miserable of a person do you have to be to get mad at anybody wearing a suit or dress clothes and just dressing differently? Preppy, professional, whatever you want to call it.
I don't understand what men in general, but especially black men's obsession is with defining themselves by their clothing and not really actively doing any. It's not deeper than just like, well, we can put on suits. I can also put on a suit.
Then put on a suit and shut up. How is young men switching up their styles bothering anybody? I just don't see the issue here. I don't even see how it could be an issue for anybody.
What point that you're trying to make here? Like, it's like costume. Like, let's dress up as the social idea of success or productivity or decent, productive human being. I don't know. I don't even understand what y'all are trying to communicate to us.
Why do they have to be trying to communicate anything other than switching their styles? It's good to have diversity in your wardrobe. It's fine to wear sneakers, sweats, hoodies, t-shirts, jeans, whatever you want on a regular day when you're going out to the mall or whatever like that. But it's also really good to know how and when to dress up. Like when you're going on a fancy date, a networking event, or a job interview, you should know how to put on activity-appropriate attire. If you go to a 5-star restaurant and you're spending 5-star money, then get dressed up, get swagged out, look clean, take some dope pictures. Why not? If you're going to a real estate event or another business opportunity, then dress it up a little bit. Put on a button-up, a polo, slacks. If you're going to a wedding, learn what that attire is. There's absolutely nothing wrong with having diversity in your wardrobe and knowing how to wear different things. And it's really good that guys as young are experimenting and learning that already. Because believe it or not, it is a whole different skill set to be able to dress up and look good.
Y'all are constantly like essentially dressing up as white men. Like that's kind of the underlying idea. Suits, quarter zips, like associating yourself with this like stereotypically white style.
Okay, she's projecting. That's crazy as she thinks anybody dressing up, like wearing dress-up clothes, suits, quarter zips, ties, shirts, all that type of stuff, is dressing like a white person. That's an insane mentality to have. This is what we were dressing like in the 1940s when people didn't have a fraction of the money or opportunities that we have right now. Dressing up is not a white thing, and that's crazy that came out of her mouth. Look at this. We was fly doing regular stuff. Like, come on, man. Everybody was fly back then. That was just a standard. That's what you look like. That's what you dress like. It wasn't dressing like white people. We defined our own style. We made dressing up cool. We made fashion, and we still define fashion. 1940s, this is what they were looking like. What is she talking about? I can legit see women wearing some of this stuff today. Our culture was always a fashion forward one. Even back then when everybody used to dress up, that was just the style. This is what our ancestors looked like in the 1940s, and she's going to say these young black dudes dressing up now are dressing like white men. No, they're dressing like their ancestors. That's what they're dressing like. Come on, bro. You talk about fly?
Hello? Do y'all not see how that's one, offensive to you as a black person, upholds white supremacy, but is also reductive of your like humanness?
Ignorance is so dangerous. Ignorant people that don't know their history and just be talking out of the side of their neck, it's just insanely dangerous.
I don't know. It's like everything all the time with them.
You see how she's talking about black people, black men with them. It's just weird. Stay out of men's harmless business, please. If they want to wear quarter zips, let them wear quarter zips. Everything doesn't have to be deep. Facts. Black people can't just rest. Everything has to be a think piece. You don't understand. If black men start taking themselves seriously, if they start having self-esteem and standards again, she knows that more and more of them are going to stop tolerating black female foolishness. This is what it's all about. I did say projection, so that might be accurate. Treat others as you will want to be treated. If you wouldn't want think pieces done on your common attire, don't make think pieces on common attire of others. I think that goes to the point. If it's not hurting you or anybody else, mind your business. When people go out of their way to be negative about something that's not affecting anybody, especially not them, it's really irritating, especially when it's coming from a black person. She didn't have to say anything if she didn't like the trend. It's obvious she's just a moron. Missed her point. She missed her point. She didn't have a point. Saying this while wearing a blonde wig, also factual. Offensive to you as a black person. If I'm not offended, it's not offensive to me. She needs to get over hers. Exactly. Us black boys can never have fun without someone genuinely doing too much. I think that last tweet is really sad, and it goes to a thing that young black people face in society all the time. They don't get to be kids or make immature mistakes like other cultures do. It's like from the time that we're old enough to talk, everything is a serious life decision from then on out. And it's really unfair. Like I said, I thought this trend was harmless fun. I think it's cool that young black guys are learning how to dress and experimenting and showing it off, and proud to do so. Like, leave them alone. Is she stupid? Suits and sweaters is white style. That's y'all problem. Whiteness is top tier to y'all. And why do they have to be doing something to wear a sweater or suit? A nigga gotta lead a Million Man March every time he wears a sweater? The fuck are you talking about? Woman reacts to people calling the quarter zip movement anti-black.
The quarter zip movement is anti-black. And just for the purpose of this video, I got on the quarter zip. I'm gonna tell you what's anti-black. When you go around and you unalive somebody who look just like you, you take the life of somebody that look just like you.
Yep.
All right, you go and you rob and steal and scam from people that look just like you. That's extremely anti-black. See, nothing that actually hurts the community seems to be anti-black. But anything that is part of trying to improve it always seems to be anti-black.
Anytime there's any uplifting happening, somebody has something negative to say.
Ain't that crazy that anytime there's a movement where somebody is trying to actually push the community into a positive direction, all of a sudden it's so anti-black. And then it becomes you trying to impress other races of people. Let me break something down for you. While you be doing all of that history of research and looking back on your ancestors, look up how your ancestors dressed.
Yep.
Look how they carried themselves.
My granddaddy is almost 90 years old. Until this day, he will be in the house with a wife beater on. I know some people don't like that term. He will be in the house with a tank top on, suspenders, and dress pants. Sitting on the couch. That's what he wears because that's how his generation wore clothes. He will dress up to cut the grass.
All do right now is absolute trash in comparison to what they did back in the day. We were proud people.
Yeah.
We were classy people. We were stylish, well put together people. We was putting that on when we stepped out.
I reposted this video when I saw it because I thought it was so dope, and it kind of gives a look at all the different styles we can wear and still be fresh and clean for any occasion. At the end of the day, whether they were doing it for a skit, just social media, or really trying a new style, there is nothing wrong with dressing up ever. Our ancestors used to be fly and classy all the time. So anytime we get dressed up, it's a throwback to that, not white people. And as we get older and into different environments and different doors and opportunities open up, we should know how to dress to match that moment. Throwing on a suit, tie, or quarter zip doesn't make you a sellout, soft, or chasing whiteness. And blackness isn't defined by Nike Techs, Jordans, or just urban clothes. Never be that closed-minded. It's cool to experiment, try new styles, and challenge yourself when it comes to dressing because that's a form of expression. So never be scared to experiment, and don't let other people projecting their bullshit on you stop you from wanting to do something different. But shout out to my channel members. Thank y'all so much for supporting. Thanks for watching. Y'all let me know what you think about all this in the comments. Also, make sure you check out the next video, and don't forget to follow me on Instagram for behind the scenes and life stuff, and I'll catch you next time. Peace.